Yesterday I tried recording some games with a priest deck. The goal of the deck was to play sticky 2-drops like Upgradable Framebot and Cloak Scale Chemist on turn 2, and then on turn 3 you were pretty much guaranteed to have a target for extra arms or unidentified elixir. But the deck ended up being really terrible, and that made me sad. So today I think I'm just going to hit some people in the face with the Hunter deck. I think Hunter actually got some pretty powerful tools in the Boomsday Project that maybe some people are overlooking. The first one is Bomb Toss, and I think the important thing about this card is that it can hit the opponent in the face for 2 damage. Because of the way Steady Shot works, you're often putting your opponent on like a very specific clock. So they're going to be playing around the fact that, okay, I have 3 turns before I'm dead to this hero power. So if you can just throw a Bomb Toss in there, that cuts the clock by a turn, and you just kill your opponent. Quick Shot was always a hell of a card. This card's no Quick Shot, but I think it does kind of a similar thing. And similar to the Bomb Toss, we have Goblin Prank. So when you look at this card, you think, well, I want to play a Deathrattle minion, and then give it Rush and trade it into something, and then it dies and I get a Devilsaur out of it or something. But I just want to play Goblin Prank on a minion that can attack face. 2 mana deal 3 damage, similar to Quick Shot and Bomb Toss. I just think this card's pretty good. And there's actually some specific synergy between the Goblin Prank and the Bomb Toss, because the Goblin Bomb is a very good target. It's something that your opponent's probably not going to kill, so when you buff it, it can probably hit the opponent in the face, and it even kills the Goblin Bomb, so that its Deathrattle triggers and they take an extra 2 damage. So if your opponent leaves the Goblin Bomb on the board, Goblin Prank is 2 mana deal 5. Pretty damn good. There's also a couple other Goblin Bomb cards. We've got the Whirly Glider and the Explodinator, and I noticed that all of these cards are even cost, so how about we just play Gin Greymane. Hunter has some really powerful even cost cards. We got Houndmaster Shaw, Houndmaster, Flanking Strike, Crackling Razor Maw. We got Direwolf Alpha, which supports all our Goblin Bombs. It's also a beast for these 2 buff guys that we're already playing. We can play Upgradable Framebot and a couple Magnetic guys to support the Framebot and to support the Goblin Bombs. Venomizer also has pretty good synergy with Houndmaster Shaw. You can just kind of use it as an execute type effect. We have Mossy Horror as another Goblin Bomb activator. It's also good against Giggling Inventor. It's good against Spreading Plague, which we're pretty weak to since we're going wide with random little shitters. Similar to the Mossy Horror, we have Sea Giant. It's also a way we can use our Goblin Bombs or punish our opponents for playing Spreading Plague and Giggling Inventor. But instead of killing everything, we just play a big thing ourselves, and hopefully our big thing can hit the opponent for 8. And to round out our top end, we have a Deathstalker Rexar. Obviously just a very powerful card. It's a good way to get through Giggling Inventor without having to play another Mossy Horror. And if you're up against like Control Warrior, this single card just wins the matchup. And then I think the final kind of interesting card I'm playing is Snowflipper Penguin. I wanted to play the Snowflipper Penguin because I can't play any real 1-drops, and this is kind of a pseudo 1-drop. It curves into the Crackling Razor Maw, curves into the Direwolf Alpha. It's an activator for Houndmaster. Even just on turn 4, from an empty board, you can just play Snowflipper plus Houndmaster. You get a 4/3 and a 3/3 taunt, pretty solid. It can be a cheap way to use your Goblin Prank if you need to rush into something, and it also just discounts the Sea Giant for free. So even though the Snowflipper Penguin might look a little bit silly, I think it actually does a lot of neat little things for the deck. I think that pretty much covers everything, so let's just toss some bombs at the opponent and hope they explode.
Protect the wild. Let the hunt begin.
Should I keep Sea Giant against Druid? Probably not. Probably shouldn't keep Whirly Glider either. I don't know, Sea Giant's pretty freaking good. But I guess I'm just hoping to top deck it later.
We have turned our curse into
This probably isn't my favorite Snowflipper Penguin matchup. Do I want to hold it for the Houndmaster? If I play it this turn, it's not very likely to die. He can't hero power. I mean, he can coin hero power, but whatever. If he's hero powering next turn, he's giving up the Wild Growth. I think I just play the Penguin. Well, that's a good draw. I think I like the +3 attack. Divine Shield makes it even more likely that Houndmaster can land. But this just does so much damage, it might force him to hero power or play a Spellstone or something, instead of dropping a Wild Growth on 2. He's getting pretty smacked. Kind of a bummer that I didn't draw a real 2-drop here. But I push, what, 7 damage this turn? I can drop a Magnetic on this guy if he kills this. Otherwise I probably do favor the Houndmaster, but just getting the O2 down is pretty nice. What do you coin here? Oh shit. So there's no way for me to play a minion plus Sea Giant here, right? Sea Giant does let me hero power, so really it pushes about as much damage as playing Replicating Menace or Houndmaster here. So let's just do this. Seems like it sets up lethal. I don't think I can die here, even if he has a Savage Roar. Gonna have to spend time clearing. Guess to trade off 2 more of these. Probably pretty realistic for him to kill my Goblin Bomb here, but if not, I'm gonna push face. So set him to 4. This thing's kind of a threat, but if he kills it, he's getting close to dying. He doesn't have much board presence over there. Okay, that's powerful. But it looks like my 3 is gonna go face. Goblin Prank. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the Goblin Bomb dies. Man, I had kind of a shitty 3-drop that game too. I just bomb tossed his face.
Let the hunt begin. Bring it on.
So obviously I don't keep Gin. I think Wing Blast is probably a toss. And I think I want to try to just kill him early game. If this goes late, he's going to be getting like cube value and stuff, so just Rexar probably won't be enough for me to keep up.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
No Snow Flipper, unfortunately. Really hope I can pick up another 2-drop. Most of my deck is 2-drops, so it's pretty likely. Alright, not the best 2. But I'll play it. And let's see. If I trade, I do lose my Poisonous guy, which is pretty good. But it means I can land a Houndmaster next turn. But maybe just playing Houndmaster Shaw is better even. Kind of appreciate the 2 damage. This guy does more damage though, so maybe he's worth keeping up. I want to kill him, so I'm going to hit him for 2. Alright, looks like both of my guys died, so getting the face damage in was pretty good. Drop the Houndmaster Shaw, he's not too easy to deal with. And he makes Flanking Strike way better. Even makes this guy kind of an execute type effect. That's really good though. I don't have a way to play around the Spider Bomb here, I don't believe. Well, that's not true. I can Flanking Strike it and hope it hits the wolf. Or I could go like Razor Maw or run the Venomizer into it, but that seems not great. Let's go for the Flanking Strike, I guess. Killed my Shaw, unfortunately. Would have been really nice to have Shaw in play here, because I could run the Venomizer in. But Houndmaster plus Razor Maw is pretty good as well. Poisonous and plus attack let me get through. So I take Poisonous, I Houndmaster my guy up to a 5/5, I bump in, it's a 5/2. He plays Rexxar, I just have a 4/1 in play, that kinda sucks. But I just don't really see the alternative. I mean, I guess the alternative is what I hit and just drop these, but that's even worse, right? Well, I could trade my guy off and just Houndmaster the 3/2. So then if he Rexxars, I have a 4/1 and a 5/2. It's probably not right to play around exactly Rexxar. And this line is just so much better if he doesn't have it. Nice, no Rexxar. I mean, not really nice, because this is kind of a pain in the ass. But I have a couple things I can shoot at the Noyatron, so I can get 7 damage through here. I could Flanking Strike the Giggling Inventor instead of a Taunt here. I'd have to miss this 5 damage. But I know he doesn't have Rexxar, it was so good last turn. I think I like this. It seems like this guy should probably get his 5 damage in next turn. And then we'll be even. Alright, Candle Shot is a bit of a punish, I guess. So I can strap some poison onto this bomb. But let's see, I have 10, 12... I mean, I probably just strap both of these onto the bomb and hit him in the face. He's at 3 here. Bomb plus hero power gets him next turn. Wonder if he actually has a way to stay alive here. I guess if he just like plays a taunt that this doesn't die on, then I can't trade it off to get the 2 damage. And with 5 health it is kind of hard for my Goblin Bomb to die. Alright, so he should just be dead here. He can probably clear my board. Yeah, it's pretty easy clear even, but yeah, he just takes damage and dies.
I will fight with honor. Let the hunt begin.
Do I keep Rexxar against Odd Paladin? Pretty damn good, but it comes down the turn after Fungalmancer and level up. I'd probably rather just try to curve out and then complain when I don't draw Rexxar later. I think that's the play for sure.
None will survive.
We have turned our curse into our strength. I must move quickly.
Going for the double 1-drop play, huh? Well, the frame bot's pretty good here. I think I'm gonna have a hard time killing this guy, though. He just gets on board a bit too fast.
Reporting for duty.
I comply.
Converting stored energy.
Pretty big mecharoo. But I can Flanking Strike it. And it seems like that's probably what I'll do. There's Rexxar. So I can just keep his board down a bit this turn so that Level Up and Fungalmancer aren't great next turn, then the Rexxar should be real good on curve. But he's going to have a full board at the end of this turn, so not sure if I'll be able to keep him down. Honestly, this is probably like the weakest turn I could have expected out of him. No level up, please. I think I can beat not level up, even if it's Fungal Mancer.
Handle it.
Alright, Rexar's definitely good here.
Reporting for
Feels kind of dumb giving up the hero power I worked so hard to obtain. But man, this is a good consecration. Why doesn't Rexar's Battlecry go face? Feels very huntery. Would that be overpowered? I don't know, it might already be overpowered, so I guess buffing it is kind of silly. Razor Maw tends to be good. So, probably just go double Razor Maw here. Which one do I want to adapt? Probably just the smaller one, I guess. +1/+1. Sure. Still have a Mossy Horror in the deck. That'll be a really good draw. My Sea Giants are also dirt cheap. I don't even know if killing this Razor Maw is correct. I mean, I do play Houndmaster, but I can always build more beasts. Well, these are all terrible. Let's take the Macaw because it gives me another thing. Rush is pretty good. Probably not playing it this turn, but yeah, it's probably still just the best one. I just play Gen. Could play these two. Pop a Divine Shield. This kills my guy. I guess I just want to play more than one thing. Playing again into an Annoyatron sounds awful. And hitting a 1-drop there was actually quite good. It doesn't really matter that the crab is terrible. A 1-2 stat line is actually decent in this matchup.
I wonder.
If my crab is surviving the turn, I can Houndmaster it.
Reporting for duty.
If I take the Amalgam, I can Houndmaster it or strap a Venomizer to it. Just take the Fledgling though, it's way scarier. And pretty much anytime you can get Rush, it's the proper choice. Do I want to just rush it here? I guess I probably should, right? And play the Whirly Glider alongside it. Take out a Recruit. Seems like a bad use of the Owl.
Move quickly.
But I guess he wanted to get the card out of his hand to draw another one, and silencing, I guess, the Goblin Bomb wasn't much better. What if I just drop double Houndmaster on my guy and go face? He's at 12, that pushes 8. If I get Wind Fury, it's lethal. Even if this doesn't end up being lethal, it's just like a ton of stuff. Man, I'm really surprised I was able to win that game. It felt like he was doing decent stuff every turn, but I guess he just didn't draw level up, and that's really what it came down to.